Hey, so friends, it's your girl K Stu, and I was sitting here doing a little detangling on my hair, and I figured, why not get on here and make a video? I thought about going live, but I was like, no, I don't really want to go live. I think I just rather kind of rap to y'all and then put the video on there, and then kind of get your feedback from that. So that's my plan. But anywho, so my plan today was to get on here and talk to you about natural hair. You know why? Because I'm actually doing it. I'm detangling my hair. And a lot of people ask me, like, January, I got my hair cut. And here we are in December, coming up on January. And I have not done the length check. I need to do one. I think I'm going to wait until January to actually do the length check. But right now, probably at a good maybe 8 inches. That's what I think. So in 11 months, I got 8 inches of hair. So that's not bad at all, y'all. I don't think that's bad at all, considering I had to get another haircut in the midst of it to get it back on the right path, because I told y'all I got a haircut from hell in January, and so it was just not really growing like it was supposed to be properly. It was growing, but it was growing real uneven, and it was just messy. So once I was able to go to LaShawn, and I have to see what day that was I went to go see LaShawn, but the day I went to go see LaShawn, and she got me back on track. She was like, listen, we're going to get you back on track. The hair itself is not unhealthy. It's just in an unhealthy state right now because it's just growing all over the place. Like, the hair was butchered. So this is what I've been doing since January to get my hair back on track. So y'all know I love my Cantu curl and cream. I love this stuff, y'all. I don't care what nobody say. I know, like I said, I know Cantu was getting a bad rap at one time, but I like the Cantu products. Like, it moisturized my hair. Actually, I can feel the moisture going into my hair. And I know they say it had a lot of I think they said silicone, something like that. I don't know, but I need it. Like, it helps me out when I can actually comb my hair. And y'all know how I am about finger detangling and all stuff. I think that's cool for sometimes, but I like to make sure mine is combed all the way through. And so that's what I'm doing now. I'm just doing a detangling because I've had my afro, I say Cynthia. Lord have mercy. Her name is not Cynthia. Her name is Cinnamon. Cinnamon has been out rocking for a couple of days. And when she's out rocking for a couple of days, she gets a little dry and a little, and a lot tangles because it's just out in the air, it's out in the elements. So I'm on here just doing that. I'm going to just talk about some natural. Let me tell you some changes I've done in this year too, as far as like, because I believe what you eat, what you take in your body is what comes out your body. So I know that I'm putting in good stuff in my body. With my hair and my nails are growing nice. I know that I'm putting good stuff in my body when my nails aren't brittle or hard, or they don't have any like yellow stains and stuff to them. And a lot of that too comes because I don't use a lot of dark polishes. Like, when I was little, my mother would not let me wear fingernail polish at all. I can only wear clear. And I asked her for years, like, Mom, why are you doing that? Like, all my friends wear red polish or pink polish, and I could only wear clear. And the one time I tried to put on some red polish, I got caught. I got in trouble so bad, I never did that again. But I wasn't able to wear fingernail polish. In my later years, I found out that was a good thing. My mother was keeping my nails from getting any discoloration on them and breaking them off and stuff, because, your nail goes through something when it has polish on it, and it's in elements and all those good things. So she was actually saving me a lot, and I didn't realize it then. But I do realize it now, and I thank her. I know that when I'm drinking water, that my hair grows a lot more. I do notice that. I notice that it's not as dry. Like, I got 4C hair, y'all, and it's thick. It's thick. Let me just say that it's really thick. Like when I straighten my hair out, it doesn't seem that thick to me. And I'll be like, you know why? Because it's like kind of straightening out the follicles and stuff like that. But I just realized because I don't think I have a whole lot of hair. I think I just have a lot of little thick hairs. I know that probably sounds kind of crazy, but for me, I feel like when I look at my hair sometimes, I'm looking at it, I was like, one strand, a normal one strand for me looks like two strands. Or sometimes it looks like three strands. It just, I have thick hair. Like the follicles themselves are thick. But I don't have a whole lot of hair. It just kind of looks like that. And I do enjoy that as well. I'm not going to lie. I used to hate my thick hair when I was younger because you got to get all the stuff combed out, and going through the detangling process when you're younger is way different when you're older. And because of it, I didn't really care for it. But, and again, like I told y'all before, my mama didn't play. She wasn't doing all that, oh, you tender headed and all that. She was like, no, you gonna get this head combed before we go to school this morning and before I gotta go to work. And I don't want to hear no mess. And yep, your girl got popped by many combs, many a days. But all that to say is that sometimes you can go back and look at your hindsight and say, wow, all these things were put in place for a reason. And that's the same thing I have to say about my journey to 1,000. I think everything is put in place, and I think it's going the way it's supposed to go for a reason. I ain't sure what that reason is yet, but hey, it is what it is. It has a purpose as well as I have a purpose. And I think one of my purposes is to make sure that I stay consistent, that I don't quit, and that I don't give up. Now, it's not easy getting on here, making a video every single day. I think it would probably be more easy if I went live every day at a certain time instead of trying to make a video, because y'all, it's a lot when you got to edit the video and upload the video. And now I used to have like this YouTube creator thing on my phone, which is now gone. So I have to actually make the video and then upload it, and it's a lot to more than I thought it would be for doing the vlogmas. But I'm not going to quit. I'm going to continue because, like I told you, I'm going all the way to New Year's Eve and beyond. I'm actually trying to find out what I'm going to do for New Year's Eve right now. I'm thinking about it because I definitely want to do something. I want to get out and have a really good time and let my hair down this year. Because last year I was kind of quiet. I didn't do much. I stayed in the house. But this year I think I want to go out and be in the elements and put on some cute dresses or cute shoes and so all those things. So I think that's what I want to do this year. So that is the plan. So I'm actually in the process of looking for something now. And listen, y'all, I have no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing with these plaits or none of that. So I'm not trying to establish a style or anything. I'm just trying to detangle my hair because I'm going to have to get in the car in a little while and make a road trip. And I just want this to be pretty much situated before I get in the car. That way I'll be able to put my hat on and all that good stuff. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So don't look at like what I'm doing. There's no rhyme or reason for what I'm doing. I'm just here talking. And again, like I said, getting ready to manifest some things for 2024. Now, I've missed a couple of vision board parties. And I've really been thinking about, you know what? Maybe I'll just have one myself. Maybe I'll host a vision board party. Everybody bring their supplies and bring your pictures and all your affirmations or whatever you want to put on your board. And we're going to do it. I think I'm going to do something like that after January so that we can stay focused. Because I don't want it to be a thing of these are your New Year's resolutions. No, these are goals that we want for the year. Like I want to go for January. I want to go from March, February, all those months. I want to go each month for those. I want to go each month so that I'll have something to look up to and look forward to. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to just write down goals and say, okay, I want to save $5,000 for the year. But you don't have a date in mind of when you want to get it done. You don't have any of that. I want to make sure that I have something attach to the goal. Again, because I don't want this to be a New Year's resolution. I want it to be a goal. So I'm going to have a vision goal party. That's what we're going to call it. Vision goal party. Yeah. And we're going to write down our visions and I'll make some goals with it. And we're going to accomplish those goals. And we're going to keep each other accountable throughout the months for those goals. So I'm already thinking about some goals I want in January. One of the goals I want in January, I ain't gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, I ain't even friend, is I want my collars and I want my blazers to be more on point, more tailored look, more, what I want to say, not definition, but I just want it to be a thing of the past for me. Like, I want to have it so that if you grab a coat from out of a store, a high-end store, and you grab a K. Charles Couture coat, that you won't be able to see a difference when it comes to the collars and the collar bands, like, and especially the lapels on jackets. So that's going to be my goal for January. My goal for January is to master the collars and the lapels and stuff on your jackets and your blazers, because I love a good coat. I love a good blazer. I made that blazer coat for the holiday party, and I love it. I think because of the directions and the video instructional that went along with that, I was able to pull that off without a hitch. But I want that to be a regular for me. I don't want that to be an issue, period. Y'all see, I don't know what's doing this. I'm just detangling, so when I take it out, it'll be nice and kind of fluffy. And plus, I'm going to have my hat on, like, when I get in the car, so I'm not really going to be having my hair out today. But anyway, so that's my goal for January. January is to master collars and lapels. Like, I want someone to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna make a blazer or something, and they're shredding or they're kind of shrieking when it comes to the collar, and I want to look at it and be like, yeah, whatever. So my plan is to, in January, to like every day do something with the collar or something. That's what I want to do. Even if I go and I just recreate some of the things I already have or enhance what I have. Like, because I got a couple of blazers and stuff now that I've made in the past. And again, the collars were nice. They were good. I made them, so they were good, but they weren't impeccable. Like, you couldn't look at that jacket and be like, wow, that's an impeccable lapel or impeccable collar. I want that to be my vision. Like, because 2024 for me is about getting better with the art of sewing. It's not just about sewing, but getting better with the art of sewing. Mastering what I enjoy the most or what I enjoy, and then use that as my product. That's my plan. So at the end of 2024, K. Charles Couture will be known everywhere because she's going to be in production and she's going to be being sold. And I don't want it to be just a manufactured thing. I don't want to be, oh, she takes her clothes and have them made at a manufacturer, and then they send them back to her and she chips her label on it. That's not what I want. I want it to actually be coming from me. Now, again, if I get an order of like 100 and something jackets, that's something different. Of course, that's not all going to come from me. But if I get an order for 2 jackets that I want to put in a boutique to sell, or that I have 2 new clients that are like, look, I need this blazer, but I got to look for it that I want to do it. But again, like I said, I want to master that collar, because I don't know about y'all, but the collar for me sometimes is the thing that gives me most pause, because I try to make it so perfect. Because you don't want to have a crazy looking collar. That will throw your whole that'll throw the whole outfit off, like, period. Because the collar is your piece and that piece isn't right, or it doesn't look right, and we have ways of hiding stuff so that people don't know the mistakes. But I want to know that there's no mistake, because I want to know that I work my butt off all month to get that down and master that art of getting the collars together. So every other day, I'm not gonna say every day in January, but at least twice a week in the month of January, I'm going to be producing collars. And I might just do a collar, because guess what? I can always attach that collar to something else later on. But I want to work on the collars. I want to get those down pat. I really don't want to make any more coats, because I have enough coats right now that I have sewn that will last me a long time. But there will probably be a couple of remakes of coats and stuff. Um, just so that, that I'm going with the so long, or that I decide that, oh yeah, this will be hot like this, because like I really want to do that blazer coat dress again by Nikki. I want to do it again, but this time I want the pockets to be leather or some type of suede, either leather or suede. I think I'm gonna make the jacket in a nice suiting, like not a necessarily too heavy of a suiting, but heavy enough so that it carries that jacket out like it's supposed to. But I think that would be really hot. I'm even debating on, because she has the sleeves open, maybe doing like a half sleeve with the leather or suede, whichever one I decide to use, and then the other one with the material. So that's something I'm thinking about. But again, there's a collar attachment to it. So I'm going to be working on those collars. When I tell y'all I'm going to be on collars hard in January, y'all going to see. It's just going to be collars laying all around the place until it becomes second nature to me what I need to do when it comes to a collar. I don't even want to get nervous if someone has a different way of doing it. I'm not even going to concern myself with that. I'm just going to do what I know and have that collar put on there the best way possible. So that's my January. Haven't really decided about February yet, but February will be something else again. Like I said, it's going to be to improve my skills so that wherever I run across, I'll have a way to kind of figure it out. Or, and you know what? February may be zippers, because I'm good. I'm getting better with zippers. I don't have too many issues with them, but I still have the issue sometimes of them slipping when I'm using a already set zipper. Like when I have the zipper that I do by the foot, that one don't really matter, because you're kind of cutting that one to make it like you want it to be. But I want to make it so that it's not that way with none of the zippers. I want to figure out how to master keeping them from sliding when I'm using different materials, like when I'm using knits and things like that. You got to kind of put some stay stitching and some interfacing in just to keep it from stretching and stuff. So anywho, but my plan is each month I'm gonna get better in the craft. That's my objective. What else? And March is my birthday, so that's probably gonna be a really chill month, because I do plan on being away for my birthday this year at least 2 weeks. Like, I'm sorry, or I need to be away. I'm gonna be off the grid for 2 weeks, but I'll probably go somewhere for like a week. Do a 5-day, 4-night vacation type thing, and then that type of thing. So those are my thinkings. Again, y'all, don't look at this, because honestly, like I told y'all, I'm gonna have my hat on. This is how I'm riding home today, like this. But guess what? Underneath of that hat, my head is going to be processing the oils and stuff I have in here. And y'all see I kept a little doo-doos out, just so it look like I got a little hang time. Got some little doodads out. And then when I am ready to take this out, It's gonna be real. It's gonna be nice and stretched, and it's gonna be moisturized and all that good stuff. I really need to figure out what day I'm gonna wash my hair because I have not washed it in about. Oh, you know what? It's been a long time, so I really need to wash it soon. So, but for right now, for me riding in the car and not really having to get out and do too much, I'm gonna rock these couple of little braids right now. Y'all see them gray hairs in it? I'm telling you, like, I am not. I don't like all them gray hairs, y'all. But anyhow, so that's what y'all see me messing with today. I'm messing with my natural hair. It's a like I said, I want to say I probably got about a good 8 inches if I look at it, maybe 6. It's between 6 and 8, I think. Again, which I say is good because sometime I had to go and get another cut. So some of the hair that grew, I had to cut it off just to kind of even the stuff back up again and get it back growing the right way and properly and all that. So, oh yeah, I gotta bust this one in half. And then another thing I've been thinking about doing maybe making my YouTube channel a YouTube series. And here's what the series will be talking about. The series is going to be about fashion, of course, because I love to sew and I want to continue to teach people how to sew. But I think it's going to be, I'm going to talk about the process. So I think I'm going to start going live every week on YouTube. I think I'm going to start using this YouTube platform, going live every week. And we're going to discuss different looks that we've seen out there. Maybe, like if the award ceremony is on, we could talk about some of the looks from the award ceremony. We can also talk about practical things. We could talk about the looks that are influencing our children the most. We're going to talk about hand sewing, hand patterns, and I'll be doing that too. Like, I think once I'm going live, I'll just be like, if I got to hand sew something, I'll do that. Or if I'm doing something like I'm putting buttons actually on the shirt, I'll do that. Because y'all know I don't like no buttonholes. Buttonholes is not my thing. I am going to master buttonholes maybe April. April will be my buttonhole mastering month or something. But just know that each month I'm mastering something different. And I think what I'm going to do is when I go live, we'll go through the mastering product together. That way you can actually see that I'm not just talking about what I'm doing, but I'm actually doing it. And not only am I doing it, but I'm doing it with you all, whoever wants to join in with me, because that's just going to make us all get better. It's good to see me put a pattern together and it don't look like I'm struggling, even if I am struggling. But it's good to know that I'm normal. I'm a normal person like anybody else. And I have struggles and I have things that aren't my forte when it comes to sewing. Like for a long time, I would have never thought that I could sew bags. Like I never thought that I would even attempt to make a purse. But I got on the Black Sewing Network and the Bag Girlies was on there. And next thing I know, I was on a couple of lives with them. I'm getting patterns. I'm now getting bag girl materials, not just sewing materials. And I'm actually making purses. I'm making purses that are selling. Like, that was the crazy part. People were like, send me the link. We want to support. We like that bag. Oh, yeah. I was totally shocked, y'all. And even with the bags, I got to the point where I mastered a couple of things with the bags. And then I feel like I could actually give a product to someone that if they paid their money, that I would be feeling good about handing that bag over and, that representing me. Like, I've done custom travel bags for people who use my travel service. So, yeah, if you don't know, yes, I have a travel agency. It's K. Charles Couture Excursions and Events. And when people book through me, and it's their first time, not repeat customers. This is only for the first time customer. But as your first time customer, excuse me, what I do is, depending on what flight you're taking, if you're taking a Spirit flight, excuse me, I have the measurements for a Spirit flight. I have the measurements for a Southwest flight, and I also have the measurements for Frontier, Delta, you name them, I have it. But when you book your first travel with me, you'll get a custom carry-on bag. And the only reason I feel confident in doing those is because I learned how to master a couple of skills that I learned while on Black Soul Network, and then practice by myself at home. Like, I would have never realized that people had used so much binding tape to make the inside of the bag so nice. I never would have paid no attention to that because I'm not a bag girly. I wouldn't have thought about making no bags. But now, because I do know how to make a bag, I know how to put one together, I know how to birth that thing and everything. Now I look at different stuff when I'm out buying even bags. Like, if I'm buying, like y'all know, for years my whole forte was I'll make all my clothes. Only thing I need to buy is shoes and purses. Like, I'm going to keep it simple for my husband to be. You ain't got to worry about getting me all them clothes and stuff. Just give me some shoes. Keep my shoes laced up and keep my bags laced up. And then I'm good to go. But now I look at some bags and be like, I probably could make that bag myself and make it in the color that I want and make it look like I want. So that's another thing for this year, is to even get better with that. So one of these months is going to be to master a new skill when I'm making my bags. Again, this year for me it's going to be all about growth and becoming the person I want to be, so that my 9 to 5 will eventually change to my 5 to 9, and I'll be able to pursue my passions just as much as I'm pursuing a income. Or I have the two combined so that my passion is my income. I'm looking forward to that. That is going to happen for me this year. It's going to happen for me in my travel business. My travel business, by the end of 2024, my goal is to make $250,000. Y'all heard me right. $250,000 in my travel business. That is my goal by December 2024. So, like I said, I have plenty of goals, and I have to set my goals to the side. I've even set goals for like work. Like my work, one of my work goals is to become more invested in the processes. And I know that doesn't really mean a lot to everyone on this thing, but for me it does. It's to become more involved in the processes. That's just going to help me be better at work when I need to be. Sorry, y'all, I had to do a little tucking up underneath of this, so now we're good. But anywho, so to get more committed into the processes of my job and see how we can better those processes for a more efficient and smoother transition at work. So that's one of my plans. Y'all know I don't got no little curly cues, but I do brush my edges on back. So get your goals, get your plans together, put them in front of you so you can see them. That's the most important thing. Like when I wake up every single day, I have a calendar that's in front of me, that's in front of my desk, because I have to sit down at my desk. I have to do that for work. But just because I'm sitting at my desk doesn't mean I can't see my goals that I have for something outside of work. That's all I'm telling y'all. Put your goals in front of you so that you can see them. Make sure that you're seeing them every single day so that in the back of your mind, you're always thinking about it. You're always like, oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. That works for me. I'm not sure how it works for anybody else, but I just know, again, because I'm visual, if you're more literal and you need to write it down, write the plan down and read it to yourself every day. Whatever it is you need to do to stay focused and stay on track for 2024, make sure you do it. For me, it's going to be able to see it every day. And so that I can kind of gauge where my accomplishments are. Because here's the thing, I'm not looking for an immediate $250,000. I'm going to earn $3,000, then I'll earn $4,000, then I'll earn $5,000, and then and eventually that'll change into $250,000, which I plan to earn in my business. I don't want to work from anybody else. I want to be that boss that I'm saying that I am. I want to actually do it. So this year to put me in place to become the boss that I know I am. I know I will be a great boss because I appreciate the processes and I appreciate the people that are going through the process, because I am, or I would have been, that person that went through the process. So I'm not ever going to shy away as if the people I'm working with aren't doing their due diligence. They aren't nervous about things. They don't have fears about something. I'm not concerned with that at all. That is natural. That's what people do. But what I do want them to understand is the people that are working with me, that even though you have those things, you got someone who got your back. I'm going to have your back. I'm going to tell you what I did when I was afraid. When I was afraid to call my family and ask them if they were interested in looking at my business. I'm going to tell you what I did when I got my first 3 no's from people I just knew would be like, yeah, girl, what you doing? Heck yes, we want a part of that. And when they said no, I was like, oh, wow. Because in your mind, you have a perception of what you are to other people. Go ask that person, can they join a business with you? And we'll see if your perspective is the same as theirs. You'll find out that maybe your perspective is different. Maybe they don't think of you as much of a boss as you think of yourself. Maybe they're looking at you. This could be like one of your good friends are like, because every time she get a new boyfriend, she get missing. And she won't do no work. She'll probably stop. So again, ask someone to do business with you, and you'll find out their perspective of you, not what you think their perspective of you is. And I'm going to tell you, it's kind of, when you get that perspective from other people, it wakes you up. Honestly, I woke up. Like I said, the first 3 people I knew that would get in business with me, I just knew they were like, yes, whatever you're doing, come on, sign me up. We'll figure it out. We're going to do this. We're going to make this. We're going to rock this thing together. Because I'd already said like I was going to be the furriest 4. And my 3 were like, no, we don't want to. Nah. We'll support you. And we'll use your business. But we don't want to earn an extra $1,000 a month. Or we don't want to find another way that maybe, we have to believe that the American dream is not the American dream after all. But that's a whole nother story. But anywho, so at first I knew those first 3 were going to be with me, and they're not with me. So that just means I had to change my perspective up of maybe what they're thinking about me. What I think they're thinking about me, about really what they're thinking about me. So just want to say all that to say, when you start getting serious about yourself and serious about what you want to do, whatever your business is, whether it's sewing, whether it's cooking, whether it's crafting, whether it's building, whether it's renovating, whatever it is, when you get serious about yourself, there's going to be people that you think thought of you in a certain way that don't think that way of you. And you're going to find that out when you're ready to do some business with them. So, anywho, I've been rambling on for about 30 minutes now. So I'm going to get off because I have already detangled my hair. I'm going to throw my scarf on so I can throw my hat on. And then I'll be soon hitting the road. So that, listen, I got to hit the road tonight. but it's going to be a long road trip. I do have a co-driver with me, so I'm going to be okay. But with that said, I'm going to end this off with probably some videos and stuff, or some pictures and things that I've taken of some stuff that I did. And I'm going to let y'all go, and I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. I'll definitely see you tomorrow. Peace out.